Imagine the breeze touching your face right now. It arrives unannounced, moves through the air around you, and continues on without effort. Our days are much the same, a constant flow of moments that appear and then fade away. Trying to capture each instant as if it could last forever is like trying to bottle the wind. At the very moment you trap it, it's no longer the free wind you felt before. Life is a continuous breath. Often, we rush endlessly, collecting commitments, worries, and desires. We want to hold on to our achievements, keep joys intact, and at the same time, ward off everything that bothers us. But like the wind, life does not submit to our control. Each phase arrives, fulfills its purpose, and passes by. We may feel sadness when something we love disappears, or anxiety hoping a moment of happiness lasts forever. However, once we understand that everything follows its own pace, we develop a different way of seeing reality. We learn to respect the dance of the seasons, the impermanence of leaves that fall, and fresh sprouts that emerge. Perhaps you ask yourself, is it possible to reconcile impermanence with the sense of security I so desire? The answer lies in understanding that true security does not come from holding on to things, but rather from flowing with them. The control we seek is illusory. None of us can hold time or keep people and situations exactly as we would like. When we insist on dominating the inevitable, we experience frustration. This leads to stress, irritation, and even prolonged suffering. But there is a different way to deal with life. Trust the process. Like a sailor who, instead of fighting against the wind, learns to use the current to his advantage, we too can adjust our mental sails to navigate more serenely. Nature offers us precious lessons. Notice a tree over the seasons. In spring, vibrant green appears. In autumn, the leaves change color and fall away. In winter, it rests in what seems a barren state, yet every step is part of a renewal cycle. It's inevitable, but it's not a cause for sadness. Quite the opposite. There is beauty in each stage, from the first bud to the last leaf drifting off the branch. So too, it is with the cycle of our experiences. Letting go may be the key for something new to emerge within us. If you are facing a farewell moment today, see the hidden beauty that may exist in this transition. Every door that closes usually makes room for something fresh. It's not about denying pain or ignoring emotions, but rather learning to accept them and welcome them. Acceptance does not paralyze. On the contrary, it allows us to live each feeling without being trapped in it. Attachment is like holding sand in your hands. The tighter your grip, the faster it slips through your fingers. This happens because the universe follows its course, regardless of our desire for permanence. If we relax our hold, the sand remains a bit longer in our palm, flows without obstruction, and finally falls at the right time. To let go of attachment, we first need to notice it. Recognize when we're desperately trying to hold on to a situation, a person, or a feeling. Then we can ask, is this beneficial to me? Can I really control the natural flow of this event? Or am I only prolonging my suffering? The honest answer to these questions brings clarity and opens the way for surrender. Not a surrender of defeat, but one of wisdom, for it understands the true nature of things. Everything that comes arrives for a reason, and everything that goes makes space for something new. The best way to deal with impermanence is to anchor yourself in the present. When your thoughts become filled with the past or the future, you lose what really exists. The now. Right here, at this moment, you can appreciate the soft melody of the wind, the warmth of the sun on your skin and the sound of your own heart. It is in the now that you discover life is not an object to be possessed, but a gift to be lived. Close your eyes for a second, if it's possible now, and feel your breath happening spontaneously. Air comes in, nourishes you, and leaves. Notice how everything already makes sense in its simplicity. Life continues, and you can trust this natural movement. Each moment holds a unique opportunity for learning, for meeting yourself, for discovery. Think of a bird. It doesn't try to control the wind. Instead, it spreads its wings and goes with the current. There's no guarantee how long the breeze will last, but while it blows, the bird glides with ease. When the wind fades, it perches on a branch and waits for the next gust. Everything in its own measure, without despair. The bird's freedom is not tied to a fixed place, but is revealed in its ability to follow nature's flow. We can learn from this simplicity. If there's a gust of joy in your life now, enjoy it. When it subsides, know how to collect yourself, rest, and trust that another breeze will come. Impermanence also teaches us about resilience. It's in movement that we grow stronger. Each transition, even if painful, brings lessons and leaves marks that can blossom into wisdom. This only happens if we remain open. If we resist change, we risk getting stuck in repetitive cycles of suffering. But when we accept that nothing is fixed, we create space for inner renewal. You might recall a time when you thought everything was collapsing, yet in time, you realized what seemed like the end was the beginning of something better. Life has that ability to reorganize itself as long as we let energy flow. Recognizing this flow frees us from the anxiety of having all the answers and invites us to participate in the universal harmony. Flowing is an art practiced daily. For that, you don't need grand rituals or exotic journeys, but rather small moments of presence. Observe when you cling to the past. Realize it's already gone and cannot be changed. Notice when you're worried about the future. See how it's merely a projection of the mind, which doesn't exist here and now. Practice relaxing the mind and the body, noticing each feeling come and go, like clouds in the sky. One of the most beautiful ways to handle impermanence is to cultivate gratitude for what happens, whether it's pleasant or challenging. Every instant is unique, and that makes it precious. When we give thanks for what is transient, we honor the very passage of time. We're saying, yes, I understand nothing lasts forever, but I'm grateful for what I have here and now. Gratitude isn't just saying thank you for what feels good to us. It means understanding that difficulties also shape us, and without them, we wouldn't grow. Just as sometimes the wind is gentle and enjoyable, but can also become a storm. Even the storm, once it passes, clears the sky and brings fresh air. Now pause for a few seconds and do this brief mental exercise. 1. Take a deep breath, feeling the air filling your lungs. 2. As you exhale, release any tension in your body. 3. Recognize that this cycle, inhalation and exhalation, is a perfect symbol of impermanence. The air goes in and out, and it's natural. As you notice your breath, remember that life follows the same rhythm of arrival and departure. With each inhale, you welcome the moment. With each release, you let it go. Connecting to this truth helps you relax, trust, and live with greater lightness. And now, reflect. Where can you apply this wisdom in your daily routine? Perhaps in your demanding work, in a relationship that has changed, or even in how you handle small, everyday shifts, such as the weather or your own mood. Free yourself from the burden of trying to hold on to every instant. Life flows better when we learn to feel the wind instead of fighting it. I leave you with an invitation. May we live each instant fully, free from the excess need for control, open to the beauty that arises when we allow the wind to blow wherever it will. Thus, may we be at peace with the uncontrollable, for in embracing each phase, we finally become free.